Hi there! I'm back. Didn't get any responses yet, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you once again about my day. Now, if I decide to continue with this, I'm not going to always talk about my day. Hopefully, I'll be able to maybe give you some movie reviews, reenact some scenes, maybe have some interviews with people, some of my friends. They seem to be interested in it. Once I said I was going to be having my vlog, so they're trying to get on my action already, and I have only a single view. So, my day. Pretty good day. Film tutorial, talked about all about Eve, all that shite, like that. History tutorial, meh. That's all I have to say, kind of meh. Astronomy. This is where it gets interesting. We had a guest lecturer today, and he was really good. He was better than our usual lecturer, who is the New Zealand bore, because he's from New Zealand and he's boring, if you didn't get that. So we have this guest lecturer, and he says he's going all about the time effect and stuff like that, and it's pretty interesting. I was actually paying attention. I wasn't taking notes, but I was paying attention. And that's a plus from our usual professor. So we're in Con Hall, which, of course, if you don't go to U of T, you would not know Con Hall, but it's this big-ass place where people graduate. Convocation Hall. So, it's huge. Like, 1,200 seats. There's 800 people in my class. If this boggles your mind, whatever. He's talking, blah, 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 blah. And we were deciding whether or not, me and my friends were deciding whether or not to leave. And then all of a sudden, with only 15 minutes left of the class, the podium, I guess, breaks. And the connection screws up. And the computer, the slideshow, which is hooked up to his computer, the mic, even the projector crash. The lights slowly fade up, and we're all like, what the hell? And he's like, well, I guess you get to go early. We're like, yes! So then we left, and little in between, me and Gina decided to wait in a building called the Commuter Student Center, where we usually wait, because we're commuters! And because I was waiting for my mom to pick me up at a station, who wouldn't be there for another hour. So we had to time it out a bit. Anyway, that's not the story. The story of today goes like this. So me and Gina are leaving CSE. We're walking down St. George Street. La-di-da-di-da. All these, fake, well, not fake people, students. All these students are walking down as well, because it's about 5 o'clock. People want to get home. And it was really rainy day today, so everyone has umbrellas, and they're all clinking umbrellas, which was friggin' annoying. And it's friggin' long street. I've walked down it about 50 billion times, and I've only been going to school for 7 months. So we're walking, we get to St. George, and we just missed the train. Isn't that always how it happens? The TV above said, oh, it's going to be here in 2 minutes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was more like 4. So the train comes, we get on, shoving so hard, rush hour. We're getting on the friggin' train, and it was intense because we were literally, this close together. Touching, it was grinding. It was like a club on a subway, and it felt really dirty. It was gross. And there was 4 people behind me, and my bag's huge, and I always feel so like I take up so much room, and I'm the thinnest guy you could ever meet. Anyway, so we're on the subway, and by the time we're going from St. George to Spadina, whatever. And between Spadina and Bathurst, you start noticing something, or listening to something rather. There has been this sound that has been constantly going for the whole time. And we just noticed it now. And it kind of goes like this. It kind of goes do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Obviously, this is a ringtone of some kind. And, once we noticed it, we were kind of like, okay, someone's going to answer the phone. No one answered the phone. And it was this really loud, shrill thing. Because no one seemed to be talking on the subway. Everyone seemed to be really quiet. And it continued. Do-do-do. 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 As you can tell, fucking annoying. So, Bathurst, Christie, Ossington, Dufferin, Lansdowne, Dundas West, still not stopping. Literally, like, 15 minutes have gone by. Keele, High Park, everything. So freaking annoying. We wanted to shoot ourselves. We were contemplating suicide, like literally contemplating suicide. So back about, well, Dundas West, a lot of people got off, and I was able to kind of turn around. And I noticed this guy sitting behind me. It was obviously coming from him. It was the distance and everything. Like, you could tell it was coming from him. And I was telling Gina, I was like, why doesn't he answer his phone? And then, of course, this makes me think, whose ringtone goes on for like 20 minutes? 20 minutes! It was insane. So Gina's like, well, it's probably an alarm of some kind. But don't you think if you were waiting for an alarm, you would be able, like, hearing it, and maybe it was something important? We continue. And I kind of turn around again, and I notice something. This guy has headphones in, and if I listen intently over the ringing, you can hear the freaking music coming from his headphones. He has his headphones so loud that he can't even hear his phone going off in his jacket. So we keep going. Runnymede, Jane, Old Mill. By the time we get to Old Mill, and we're going on, the gap between Old Mill and Royal York is the longest gap, I swear, that goes in the whole subway system for where I have to go from St. George to Islington. So it's a long gap, but once you get through there, you know you're good. So it keeps ringing, and then I keep doing this, like kind of looking over my shoulder, trying to figure out, like, when is he going to notice his phone is going off? And you know, no one on the train has the balls, because they're all, at this point, noticing it, because the train is calmed down, and it's silent, and you can hear it. They've started to notice this ringing. No one has the balls to go up to this guy and be like, excuse me, sir, your phone's making noise. You know, no one would go up to him and say that. I was this close. But, you know, no one likes confrontation. Least of all me. So he goes on, and it goes on. But this time, between Old Mill and Royal York, I look over, and I see that he's going into his pocket, his jacket pocket. And I was like, oh my God, Gina, look. And she looks, and we're all like, oh my God, maybe. And he brings out this rag. And as soon as he brought it out, you could smell it. It was the grossest smelling thing you will ever smell. It smelled like a hobo's asshole, I kid you not. Don't ask how I know how that smells. So he brings it out and starts mopping his face. Kind of random. It wasn't that hot in the subway. It wasn't. Today wasn't a very, like, warm day either. It was only, like, 7 degrees Celsius, so I don't really see the necessity of that. Regardless, it smelled terrible, and that was the main point. The thing was still fucking ringing. So we keep going and going and going. And now, when we get to Royal York, it's one more stop. One more stop, and we are finally free of this god-awful doom, 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 doom. So we're going. And at this point, you know, you're kind of like, you know you only have like 2 minutes left. You're just like, oh my God, let me get off this train. And we're going. And we get to Islington, and everyone started crowding around because everyone gets off at Islington. And the doors open. And we get off. And he gets off too and follows me and Gina. Literally. Well, he still listened to his music. He wasn't following us. He wasn't stalking us. But he was following us to the thing because he was right behind us. So we're like, no! We could still hear the freaking music, or whatever the hell you can call it, the ringtone. And we could still hear it, and it was going behind us, and we're going up the stairs, and of course there's so many people like bustling upstairs, it's really slow. We're just wanting to cry our eyes out. We're like, oh my God, let it end! Please let this god-awful music end! And we get up the stairs, we kind of almost run to the gate, and thank God he was going on a bus. And that was how we escaped the god-awful music. I know the story is kind of anticlimactic, but God, just him following us just made it so much worse. Oh my God. And so we were just like, go. yeah, we count ourselves as survivors. Like, that was harsh. So anyway, then I got off the station, my mom's there, we drive home, whatever, I'm home now. And I decided to make this video because that was disgusting! It was awful! Awful. And it was a pretty good day too, like, I'm not gonna lie, this day was a pretty good day for being a rainy, shitty day. It was a pretty good day until that point. So I've been rambling on for 12 minutes now. At least by my watch, depending on what I edit out. So hopefully I can make more videos. This has actually been becoming quite fun. So leave comment, questions, whatever. Mock me if you will. Subscribe if you want. Don't really care. And I will make another video soon. Bye!